All right, here we go. High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. As we're just getting some final information, Eric, getting ready for this next contest between Nitro and Beckley. And we were talking to both coaches, talking to assistant coach of the Flying Eagles, Michael Folks. I saw Ron Kidd here just a minute ago, and also the head coach, Coach Lowe for Nitro. And we were talking about last year, of course, Nitro was runner-up, losing to Bridgeport in Class AAA. And, of course, their football team is playing for the state championship later tonight against Princeton. So, but just watching them warm up and looking down on the other end there, Eric, look at the size that Nitro has. They've got a very big. Beckley has a little bit of size, but Beckley is, I think this year's team, they'll rely more on their defense, on their athletic ability, their quickness, and be able to, as the way that Ron Kidd has always played over the years, have their defense become their offense.
Yeah, and I think it's a youth movement, right, Maris? And I think this is new and exciting for coaching staff, man. You want to, as a coach, think you can win with your system and, plug and play and just get guys playing. And they'll have a tough opponent here with the AAA runner-up. But, with Beckley, they'll probably play 10, 11 people today and try to get after it.
Well, and Eric, that's what you want to do in these scrimmages. You want to be able to play multiple players because, you're tired of practicing. You want to be able to get them in game situations. And I know Beckley's had one scrimmage already. They went to Chapmanville. I really haven't talked to anybody about how that went. I don't know. Can you give us any insight about that scrimmage?
It's kind of like it's been everybody playing it close to the vest. Nobody's saying, we went and played, don't know. Yeah, we played a lot of people. That's what I hear.
Well, and like I said, that's what scrimmages are for. I mean, you want to play people. You want to get people, you practice, you go over a lot of different things, but you want to get them in actual game situations.
And we must note the Nitro, the good coach from Nitro told us that they missing about 3 to 4 players.
That are playing football.
Yeah, they're playing football. And that's what you deal with schools. But don't you love it when you have kids that do both and cross over into other sports? I think it brings a different kind of toughness to the teams.
I think it does, and we've already had a couple of games already. This is the middle game, I guess, because there are 5. We had 2 before this. We'll have 2 after this. We started off here in the main gym here at Shady at 10 o'clock this morning, and James Monroe looked really good, Eric, as they beat Nicholas County 101-40. And then the last game we just had, South Charleston looked extremely good. And, I was maybe not surprised that maybe South Charleston won, was surprised in the fashion of how South Charleston beat Shady. They beat Shady 64-49, and at one point they had a 20-point lead, but they win the 64-49. So we got Beckley at Nitro coming up, followed by Oak Hill and Wyoming East at 3:15, and then Greenbrier East and Hurricane at 5 o'clock. Both of these teams, Beckley, Nitro, going through their warm-ups. We'll take a break, come back and get you ready for the start of this one coming up next here on Video Productions.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
We are ready for Beckley and Nitro here at Shady Spring High School. Beckley, a Class 4A school. Nitro, the runner-up last year in Class AAA. As Nitro will be the visiting team. They'll wear the red uniforms trimmed in white, and Beckley wearing the white uniforms trimmed in maroon. The opening tip of the ball game will be brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown, your local State Farm agent. He's located at Shady Spring, West Virginia. You can dial Scotty up at 681-238-6130. So it'll be Beckley and Nitro. And Eric, you have the starters for Nitro.
For Nitro, they'll go this way. They'll go with Ty Stevens, Colin Crouch, Julian Hill, Timmy Lovejoy, and Jeremiah Ferrente.
And for Beckley, Coach Ron Kidd, he'll go A.J. Thomas, who you know well. In fact, there are 4 Thomases on Beckley's team, Eric. You are related to A.J. And it'll be Preston Clary, Lucas Rainey, Owen Gunner, and Gage Burdett, the starters for Beckley. It'll be Gunner in the center circle. He will jump for Beckley and jump against Nitro's Lovejoy. And we are ready to go. Beckley at Nitro. As I mentioned, Beckley a 4A school, Nitro a 3A school. Nitro will control the tip, working to the basket to our left. It'll be Stevens. And here is Nitro, the first possession of the game. Beckley in a man-to-man. Here's a step back 3, short, and Burdett clears the rebound for Beckley. That 3 put up by Lovejoy. Here's Burdett racing the ball back up the floor for Beckley.
And Lovejoy, that'll be a matchup problem for Owen Gunner right there, because Lovejoy loves to step away and stretch the defense.
Rainey's been one of their better three-point shooters over his career.
Yeah, and Rainey is a product of now getting a chance as Gage Burdett is swiped.
Steal, there's a drive, a little too strong. The putback is up and in. And Stevens on the follow-up.
Yes, and as I was saying, though, Lucas Rainey is going to have to be, what he thinks he can be, a consistent scorer for Beckley.
There's a foul on the drive. Off the dribble, Burdett is fouled. And Beckley will inbound under their own basket.
And that's going to be on Stevens, whistled on Stevens.
Not quite a minute into the game yet. And Nitro with a 2-0 advantage. Burdett to put it in play. Trying to find somebody and just gets it into Rainey in the corner. And Preston Clary out high. Finds A.J. Thomas. He'll dial up a 3 and hit. A.J. Thomas from downtown. Good looking shot. And back the other way comes Nitro with it with Stevens. And we got a foul. And we got a foul will go against Beckley. I just noticed that Ron Kidd, all these scrimmages, Eric, over the years past when he coaches, he doesn't sit on the bench. He's always under the basket.
Yeah,
and I looked up for a minute, and I'm like, wait a minute, who's that? That's Coach Kidd under the basket.
And that's A.J. Thomas. That's one thing I have to say about A.J. He plays hard, but he's a foul-prone kind of player. Whether or not, there is a foul or not, sometimes he's got to be a little smarter defensively. He can't pick up these early cheap fouls.
So you're saying if there's a foul, he's nearby, right?
Yes.
Here's a deep 3 on the right side. Is good by Stevens. And Nitro back in front.
Stevens with 5 quick ones.
Here's Burdett. Off the screen. Looked like a football move, that screen that A.J. Thomas set. Rainey dials a 3 that's strong, and it'll stay here with Beckley. But that was a pretty good, gave him a little extra dab as we watched that 3 ball put up that time by Nitro Stevens. Burdett to put it in play, brings the ball out to Clary.
I tell you what, I know what I like about this game already. Their coach stands at the other end of the bench.
Yes. We can see Preston Clary will dial it up for 3 and hit. Right down the chute for Preston Clary. And Beckley's regained the lead by 1. 2 minutes in. And so far, good basketball, good hustle, good play by Burdett. Thought he had the steal. Good hustle by both teams. And Nitro able to come out of there with it.
You're talking about a physical game early on.
And that's one thing I think Nitro would prefer more of the half-court game, the physical. Beckley more out in the running, as that 3 ball is no good by Stevens. And Beckley on the attack. Clary on a drive into the lane, goes to the basket. He left it short, even though he missed that shot. I think that's what Beckley needs from him.
Yeah, I love the attack, and that's going to be a no call.
Yeah, that was a flop, and that's a good no call.
I don't know. He dipped the shoulder a little
bank
bit.
Shot there. Knocking that down for South Charleston was Lovejoy. And a 3 ball dialed up for Beckley.
No, that was actually Duffy
I beg your pardon.
Who hit the 3 for Beckley.
I didn't see it. I just saw the 3 go in. And Nitro turns it over.
Lucas Rainey.
Right. Duffy 23. That's right.
That was Lucas Rainey with the 3.
And then Lucas Rainey dialed up a 3.
Yes.
Beckley up by 2.
So Beckley's first 3 baskets are 3s.
Yes. But I was telling you, like I said, that even though Preston Clary missed that last drive, like now, right here, putting his head down, getting into the lane, even though he missed these 2 shots, I think that's what Beckley will need from him.
Well, I think right there, he just needs to pull up and shoot a jumper. His mid-range has always been there anyway.
That's a tough follow-away, rattles in. That's a nice shot that time by Duffy.
Back-to-back by Duffy.
And we're all leaving at 9, 4.5 remaining opening quarter. Clary puts it on the deck, gets to the lane, finds Gunner. He'll shoot the baseline shot, in and out. Tough luck, and Duffy clears the rebound for Nitro. And Nitro will want to slow it down. Like I said, the pace, Nitro will want a much slower pace. Beckley will want to push the pace. Coming up on the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. Here's a shot from the corner for 3. That won't go. That was by Lovejoy, and Beckley comes out of there with it with Preston Clary. Burdett will dial it up for 3 and hit right down the chute. So right now it's been Beckley from behind the arc, 3-balling as they take a 3-point lead.
And spreading the ball, spreading the basketball.
And having nice space on the floor to be able to hit it. They get the ball down low to Nitro. Lovejoy, he'll dial up a 3. It won't go. Clary with the rebound for Beckley. Clary whips a pass. They throw the ball outside. And a 3 just grazes the rim. Gunner with the rebound. He'll draw the foul. Good play by Owen Gunner inside.
Owen Gunner getting in, getting some play. Anything they can get out of him offensively early on in the season, man. He was a project when they first got him. Still a little raw, but I like to see the growth of the young man.
Well, one thing you can't teach is size, and he has size, and if you can be a little physical, which he was on that play, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line, free throw on its way is no good.
Yeah, and one thing I don't like about the free throw at that point is take a couple dribbles, relax yourself, but you got to get into your rhythm and do your thing.
Teron Thomas will check in for Beckley. And let's see what else we got on the floor for Beckley. We also have J.W. Wines on the floor. As the free throw is no good. Owen Gunner misses both of them. Also on the floor is Robinson for Beckley. Here's a 3 on the near side. That's a little strong.
And Kingston Clark is under the other.
That was by Duffy. That 3 was not good. And here comes Beckley the other way. Under 3 minutes for the quarter. Robinson on the dribble and throws it away. Here's Nitro in the open court going in with the left hand. Lay it up and in is Stevens.
And 7 points for Stevens in the first quarter. 7 of the 11. Good-looking ball player.
Here's Thomas for a 3. It won't go. There's 4 Thomases, as we mentioned, on Beckley's team. Only one of them in the game now. A.J. Thomas is a starter. That was Teron Thomas who missed that 3. Here's Duffy on the dribble, into the lane, pulls up, puts the shot up. It won't go, and it's tipped in.
Lovejoy.
And Lovejoy with the tip in. Nitro is back in front.
Great work on the glass by Lovejoy, getting in with the soft tip.
Robinson straightaway 3. Back iron won't go. Long tip, rebound out. Battle for the loose ball. Beckley's got it. Good hustle that time by Robinson. Gunner with the half hook hits the side of the backboard. He was really kind of behind the backboard area.
Got forced out, and just kind of threw it up there.
Here's a 3 is good, and that 3 by Hill.
Yeah, Julian Hill heating it up.
And Nitro scored the last 5. Here's Thomas with it, 1:48 left here in the quarter. Robinson off the dribble into the lane, tacks the basket with the left hand. It won't go. He had a nice move. He just couldn't finish. And back the other way comes Nitro. Minute and a half remaining opening quarter. I'm glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Maris Lowry and Eric Thomas. Here's a deep 3 off a screen, a curl, and it's good. Hill coming off a curl screen and drills up 3 ball.
Back-to-back 3 balls.
And it's a 10-0 run, and Beckley wants a timeout. 10-0 Nitro run to go from being down 3 to up 7, 19-12 lead, a 30-second timeout. And while we got a minute, tell you that the ball game here this afternoon is brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets. Hart's has quality custom cabinets. They're located in MacArthur, and they're a proud sponsor of local sports. You can dial them up at 304-252-2917. Also, while we got a minute, Eric, want to update the Class AA football championship game. They're in the second quarter, and Frankfort leads Bluefield 7-6.
Yeah, and a battle right now, you know, Bluefield, a young team we got to cover early in the year against Independence, and you stated it. You said it, and I'm going to go on record and say that you called it.
I said they're going to make the championship game. Yep. I said I don't know whether they'll win it or not, but I said they'd make the championship game as we're out of the timeout. 1:15 left for the quarter. Nitro currently on a 10-0 run. They lead Beckley 19-12. So far, Eric, your first quarter of looking at both teams, but Beckley, a team that we're a little bit more familiar of, and Beckley playing with a lot of new faces this year.
Yeah.
And so far, we expected to see that today, as you mentioned, back in our pregame when we knew Beckley's scrimmage Chapmanville, all that you heard out of it, that a lot of people played.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be the case here today.
And here's another young man that has a bright future, I think, for Beckley, a little freshman, Isaiah Jones. He had a chance to call his games at Beckley Stratton last year. No, he played on the JV last year for Beckley.
But they do have a freshman that came up from Beckley Stratton as Burdett leaves that 3-ball short. And back the other way, here comes Nitro on the run with Stevens. We're in the final minute of the first quarter. This is the third of 5 games being played here this morning, today, and night. And that's a tough shot, a 3-ball. That shot was put up by Hill, and Beckley able to get the rebound. Here comes Beckley with Burdett. Rainey will dial it up for a 3 and knock it down, and a much-needed bucket for Beckley.
Nice catch and release by Rainey as all their 15 points have come from the three-point line.
Yeah, like I said, people ask me, I said, I don't know how many games Beckley's going to win. I don't know the personnel, I said, but I don't know how much post presence after Walton's graduation they're going to be a perimeter team, and thus far that's been the case in this first quarter as we got a foul on the drive.
Yeah, and I think that's a late whistle, but maybe the right whistle.
An offensive foul is what they call
foul.
But, yeah, Beckley's 15 points have all come from behind the arc. They haven't got it, they don't really set up in the post. And Clary has went off the dribble a couple times into the lane.
Yeah, so I'm thinking they're 0 for 4. I mean, pressing 2 in the paint.
Yeah.
1 from Owen and 1 other.
Yeah.
So 0 for 4 in the paint.
2-point range and then knocking it down from behind the arc. Here's Rainey. Thought about dialing up a 3. And they throw the ball. Ball's tipped out of bounds.
Good intentions. Bounce pass, young man. Bounce pass sneaks through there under the hand and sets up for an open look for Preston Clary from 3.
3.8. Burdett's got to get it up. Will pull up, shoot a 3. It's partially blocked, and that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1, it's Nitro 19, Beckley 15. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life,
we got you.
Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Compliance helped me lift 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter. Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. And pretty good first quarter for both teams. Nitro putting up 19 points. I think if you're Beckley coach Ron Kidd, you won't be happy with that. Beckley always prides themselves defensively, Eric, and they gave up 19 in that first quarter.
Yeah, and as you said, like a lot of new faces right now getting their first varsity action. So it's a work in progress. But one thing you can always lean your hat on is guarding, right?
You can always defend. The ball may not always go in the basket, but you can always defend. So as we start the second quarter, Beckley has possession of the ball. It's a 19-15 lead, and of course they restart 0-0 at the end of every quarter, but I'll keep a running total. As here's Clary with it.
Yeah, it looks like a little zone.
And Rainey shoots over the zone but can't knock it down. And Beckley, basically their offense has been perimeter because that's where all their points have come from, behind the arc. Here's Hill with it now. Trying to get the ball in the low post. A nice defensive play by A.J. Thomas with the steal.
And this is where you need to get better in transition.
And the layup, it won't go for Jones.
Nice drop of a nice pass by Clary in transition.
Here's Duffy down the lane, a little pull-up, shoots a short shot and good. And that's a nice play by Duffy, not to go in and give the charge, able to pull up and shoot a little short shot. Rainey will dial it up for 3. It won't go. Duffy with the rebound for Nitro. Nitro leads 21-15, a little more than a minute into the second quarter.
Greg, Chase, be ready. Oh, wait, look at it.
And Beckley, once again, switching everything, every ball screen. So you got to be able to defend 1 through 5 if you play for the Flying Eagles.
Duffy from the baseline, that's a little strong. Could tell the minute he shot it was going to be strong. Crouch, I beg your pardon, Crouch. And the finish by Clary. Yeah, I was getting them mixed up, and the coach kindly, and I appreciate him, turned around and told me that I got them mixed up. And you know what, Eric? If I would have, how did I get that?
Which one were you missing?
Oh, I had Duffy 23. I had Lovejoy 3. I don't know where Crouch is. I'll have to find him. Crouch is. I got 2 23s on here.
23s. I told you.
Yeah, I got 2 23s on here, and I'll have to fix that. Of course, you know, this is the preseason as Beckley gets the rebound. We've got a lot of numbers that had multiple numbers. In that first game, James Rowe, they had 2 guys, 34. I was seeing 68 out there as Randy goes down the lane and leaves the shot short.
Yeah, so Crouch is the one doing all the work, not Duffy.
All right. But we got 2 with the same number, but that time that work is good by Stevens. And that takes the lead to 24-17 Nitro, 5.5 remaining here in the first half. Burdette, little floater on the right side, a little strong. And so it's Crouch with the rebound. And Crouch was originally number 1. They moved him to 3.
Yep.
Here's an open 3 from the left corner. It's short. Battle for the rebound. The tip won't go. Burdette will clear it for Beckley coming up on the 5-minute mark of the half. Preston Clary steps up, 3 ball. And the long rebound comes to Nitro. And running it down will be Hill. So here's Stevens with it. He'll walk it up. We're under 5 minutes for the half. Nitro leads 24-17. Like I said, Nitro not at full strength. They're playing in the Class AAA football title game against Princeton tonight. Here's a 3 straight away, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound. The putback is up and in by Lovejoy.
Nice work on the glass.
The biggest lead of the game right here at 9, 26-17 for Nitro, 4.5 remaining here in the first half.
And this Beckley offense is grinding to score here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they don't have anything to the basket. It's been very perimeter to this point. And they haven't got anything in the post or really anything off the dribble to the basket, Eric, and they haven't been able to get layups.
Yeah, they're going to, it looks like, struggle early on in the paint.
A.J. Thomas, a whip behind his back, and the shot is blocked. Jones had it, blocked again, he'll draw a foul. How about that pass behind the back right there?
Little mustard on the hot dog. We have an update on the AA championship game. Frankfurt's up 21-14 over Bluefield at half.
At halftime. So Jones will get to the line to shoot 2 for Beckley. Isaiah Jones, a freshman. And the first free throw is no good.
And right now, both big men are combined 0 for 3 at the free throw line for Beckley.
And we've got a timeout. And it's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. And we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas, Maris Lowry. And Eric, during that break, doing a little house cleaning with the Nitro coaches, make sure we got the numbers correct. I know these are preseason and everybody wearing not game jerseys, preseason jerseys. We have multiple numbers. Want to make sure we get the right credit to the right person.
Correct, and we got it cleared up now.
Yep, so with 4:10 remaining here in the first half, it's 26-17 is the lead for Nitro. Jones shoots his second free throw, and he left that short. He missed them both, and Nitro now has the ball, and here's Stevens with it. There's into the lane, about a 12-footer, grazes the front of the rim, put up by Julian Hill for Nitro. It won't go. Beckley out with it. Here's Burdett. Finds A.J. Thomas. A.J. Thomas shaking and baking. Now to Preston Clary. And Clary, a mid-range jumper is good, and Beckley much needed that, Eric. They needed some kind of offense, and Clary able to give it to him on that possession.
Yeah, 7 points for Clary, and I think he has to be even more aggressive on the offense.
Beckley gets a turnover. That's what they're going to have to rely on, the turnover, and see if they can score in transition. Clary into the lane, 12-footer, back-to-back hoops by Clary.
And that's his shot.
And that's what I said, Eric. I think that's where he's at his best, even though he missed those other shots earlier in the game.
Getting
into the lane and driving
and
pulling
elevating.
Up. Yes. There's Crouch with it. He'll throw the ball back out, and Burdett with the steal.
3 straight turnovers.
Beckley's defense has turned it up. Burdett will leave it for Clary. 3 straight. No! I was getting ready to say 3 straight baskets for Clary, and it wouldn't stay down for him.
Wow. And
a lot of sloppy play. Count it if it goes, and it's a Beckley foul.
And that's going to be on A.J. Thomas.
As we watch the replay, the dribble got kind of out of the hand, but I think it was a good no call because Burdett hit it, and I think you're right. That is A.J. Thomas commits the foul, count the basket.
They counted the basket?
They should, right? Because it's only the first foul. The ball went in. And that should make it 28-21, and the free throw is no good. They did count the basket, so they do not complete the three-point play, but the lead is 7 for Nitro. 28-21 with 2:50 left in the half. Burdett off the dribble. Packs the basket. Off the glass, up and in. Nice play by Burdett.
And, you know, I think out of that timeout, Coach Ron Kidd has probably said, hey, we got to attack. You can't just rely on that 3.
28-23 is the lead. They get the ball down low. Now Hill will spot up 3 ball straight away. Needs a roll, won't get it. The tip is up, and it will not go. It is hung on the iron. How about that, Eric? You don't see that much. That ball just hung on the iron. Here's Clary. Finds A.J. Thomas, the trailer. 3 ball by A.J. Thomas right down the chute. And Beckley has come roaring back to cut the lead to 28-26. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here of the first half.
But you called it. It's the defense has turned into offense. The half-court offense for Beckley was grinding.
It was very stagnant,
It was stagnant. And right back at you, though, is Stevens
with a 3 ball.
His 3rd 3 of the day.
But when things break down offensively, because Beckley doesn't have the offense where you're going to run anything through the post, off the dribble, A.J. Thomas, they need plays like that to the basket or when they get in the open court. And A.J. Thomas with the left hand and a nice finish left of the lane.
And that puts A.J. Thomas with 8 in the contest.
But you're right, Beckley. This second quarter, Eric, Beckley's defense is turned it up another notch.
Another notch, and that's what they're going to need. The best way to improve a stalling offense is to get some steals in transition.
Yes. Here's Hill with it. Lovejoy has it now. Nitro with a lead of 31-28. Crouch to the baseline. He's doubled. Good Beckley defense. I thought they had it still there for a minute. Tough contested shot and the rebound to Clary. That was really good half-court defense by Beckley.
Good half-court defense. Yes. Had a chance for a couple steals but never gave up on the shooter.
Robinson spots up. 3 ball won't go.
And that one, I thought the pass kind of threw
Took
him off his shot.
His spot,
Didn't hit him in the sweet spot to catch and shoot.
Nitro here under a minute for the half with the ball and a 3-point lead at 31-28. Stevens has had a good first half. Splits the defenders, gets to the rim. It won't go.
That's 2 he's had just hang on the rim.
And Clark comes out of there with the rebound. Burdett down the lane. Nice head and shoulder fake up and under, and is good. And Beckley's within 1. What a nice play that was by Burdett.
And 7 for Burdett. Good balance for the Beckley team.
So Beckley on a nice run here. a 9-2 run. And they've cut the lead to 1, 31-30 in the final 13 seconds. Maybe last shot time for Nitro. They work it around. Stevens checks the clock. Shaking and baking. Tough three. That won't go. Beckley played excellent defense, and that shot won't count even if it goes, and it doesn't go. And at the break, Nitro has a 1-point advantage, 31-30. We'll take a break. We'll recap the first half and be right back here on Video Productions.
Merry Christmas, 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 Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from Fan Clinic.
Merry Christmas, 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 Merry Christmas.
From our Access Health family to yours, Merry Christmas.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Yes. And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. Maris Lowry along with Eric Thomas. And at the break, it's a 1-point lead for Nitro by the score of 31-30. We're going to go inside the numbers. Inside the numbers brought to you by Direct Choice. Direct Choice is a pre-owned vehicle lot located at 4631 Robert C. Byrd Drive. Is West Virginia's newest pre-owned car dealer with some of the best selection prices in southern West Virginia. Direct Choice is a pre-owned lot, as we mentioned, and they are a proud supporter of all of the local sports and student athletes. Go see Rick Lewis and the gang, and they'll take excellent care of you. 1-point advantage, 31-30 for Nitro. And Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, and it goes this way. By quarter, Beckley had 15 in the first quarter, 19 for Nitro. Second quarter, Nitro 15, Beckley 15, Nitro 12, and that adds up to 31-30 Nitro with the 1-point lead. Leading the scores for Beckley are A.J. Thomas has 8 points, Preston Clary with 9, Lucas Rainey 6, and Gage Burdett with 7 for Beckley. Ty Stevens is really lighting it up in the first half. Beckley's going to have to try to figure out how to stop him. He's done it with 3 threes and 2 twos for 15 points. The only mistake he's made, he's 0 for 1 at the free throw line. So Ty Stevens with 15. Colin Crouch, once we figured out he was the one doing the work, has 6. And Julian Hill, 6. And rounding out the score is Timmy Lovejoy with 4 points, Maris, and he's done it with 2 great offensive putbacks.
The one thing, too, we have to mention, of course, Nitro is not at full strength. They do have players that will be playing on their basketball team that have a pretty important football game tonight. They're playing in the Class AAA State Championship game at Charleston's Lately Field against Princeton at 7 o'clock tonight. By the way, the AA game, the championship game, is at halftime, and Frankfort going for their second straight championship. They lead Bluefield 21-14. But before we talk more basketball, we've got to go into last night and yesterday. How about, first of all, congratulations to Morgantown. They defeat Martinsburg, and 28-21, when the game ended, Martinsburg had the ball at the 2-yard line, and the quarterback spiked the ball on 4th down, not knowing it was 4th down, and they had the ball at the 2-yard line. And many people were thinking,
overtime.
Or would they have went for 2 maybe for the win?
Well, I think we witnessed them go for 2.
Yeah. So, and then last night, what a tremendous performance by the running back at Wheeling Central Catholic High School. And I don't have his name in front of me, but Wheeling Central won the game big. And that young man, he had 41 carries. He had 415 yards and multiple touchdowns as Wheeling Central wins their 13th state championship.
Yeah, he had 6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns.
We just
7 touchdowns.
7 touchdowns, and we just had the total yards pulled up. They had almost 700 yards of total offense, only 63 passing.
Yeah, well, when you have one guy that runs for 415, even if you had your team ran for that, you don't have to throw it much. But anyway, that's on the football side. And, of course, like I said, halftime is Frankfort, number 1, leading number 2, Bluefield, 21-14 in the Class AA championship, and then we'll close the book on the high school football season when Nitro plays Princeton at 7 o'clock in AAA. But Nitro still, even without some players, looking pretty good. They were runner-up a year ago, and they should be a big force. So you've got in AAA, you're looking at Nitro, Shady, and South Charleston already, and we haven't seen Capital, but we're sure they're going to be pretty good.
So I had a chance to talk to Coach Josh Daniels from South Charleston. As our viewers need to know, you can't, if you're texting, we can receive your text, but we can't send one out. Yeah. But as I went outside and I talked to him, and he said they scrimmage, a lot or play with the Nitro kids a lot, and he still felt that his team was a year away. That team is from South Charleston is a young team.
Yes, a very young team.
And he said what he loved about them, they're receptive to coaching. And he said in this day and age, it's not like that. He said, and he said there's so many, guys that you say something to them, they run home and tell their dad, and then the dad's mad at you or something like that. And he says now they're just coachable and everybody's on board with one another.
All right, we're going to take a final break, come back and get you ready for the second half. Nitro leads Beckley by 1. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports. Has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, and we're ready to start the second half. And, Eric, we don't have referees. Where'd they go?
Hey, let's just throw it up, and we'll call it from here.
Well, we've done that before.
That's what we've been told anyway,
yes,
right?
Well, yeah. I said I get to coach, broadcast, and referee all at once, huh?
And we can do that.
We can. I'm still waiting for the officials. It's been a really good competitive game between Beckley and Nitro.
Game of runs.
Yep, game of runs. Of course, Beckley, a 4A school, Nitro, a 3A school. Nitro was runner-up a year ago. Still waiting on the officials. Maybe they went out the back door. Not sure where they went. 31-30, though, is the lead for Nitro. Nitro led 19-15 at the end of the quarter. This is the middle game of 5 games being played this morning, this afternoon, and into the evening here of this Little General C. Adam Tony discount.
Just to fill some space real quick, let's talk about the halftime stats of this game.
Okay, let me finish it. C. Adam Tony, Little General scrimmages, and you want to talk about the football stats.
Yeah, so check this out. The game is 21-14.
Frankfurt.
But it seems like Frankfurt, they've had double the plays. They've had 37 plays to 17.
To Bluefield.
And that just shows you if you can. I mean, sometimes it doesn't mean 18 minutes of time of possession to 5.
Yeah.
But only leading by 1 score. So that shows you the quick strike ability probably of Bluefield, and that's probably Frankfurt might have to be a little leery of that.
Well, are we going to be a little leery? We don't look like they have referees for the second half, and now here they come.
Yeah, man. They got some Twinkies wrappers in his hands.
Yeah, they finally made it back on the court. Of course, we have 2, not 3. And the officials are saying, I guess no one told them. Now here comes the third one. So it's 31-30.
He was putting his contacts in.
Is that what it was? Well, is that after he took his glasses off?
Yeah.
All right, Nitro has the first possession, start the second half. They have a 1-point lead. Nitro has led by as many as 8 here in this game, and they get the ball down low. And a nice cut, but the shot was too hard as Lovejoy had a good look, Eric. He just couldn't finish it.
Point blank miss.
Robinson starts the second half, and he misses the shot. Beckley with a different lineup to start the second half than what started the game.
Yeah, looks like they're going to go Robinson, Clark, Thomas, Burdette, and Clary.
Yeah.
And this young man right here that's getting ready to get scored on by Lovejoy.
Almost. It was a nice play by Lovejoy.
Kingston
just
Clark
finish.
Qualified for the state track meet in high jump. Really has some hops.
So here's Burdette shaking and baking. They cut him off. Robinson has it, puts it on the deck, pulls up, shoots the shot, knocks it down, and Beckley's got the lead.
Quick release by Robinson right there, Jaden Robinson.
In fact, Eric, that is Beckley's first lead since it was 12-11 back in the first quarter. And now they lead 32-31. There's Duffy, puts the shot up, doesn't go. Or beg your pardon, Crouch. And back the other way, here's Beckley. And this game really changed in the second quarter, Eric, with the Beckley defense. Robinson that time maybe a little too far out, but A.J. Thomas hustles for the rebound.
And that's one thing that A.J. Thomas doesn't get enough credit for, his work on the glass.
And Clary will get to the line to shoot, too. That's a good, hard move by Clary. Like I said, I think that's when Preston Clary is at his best, when he's not spotting up to shooting the three. Yeah. Not that he can't shoot the three, but when he's going to the basket or he gets into the lane, that's where he's at his best.
He'll realize, and I'm sure he does now, and he'll get coached this way, him driving to the bucket will make that three-pointer open up.
As he misses the first of two.
They don't want to close out, and then he'll go, and then they'll just stay off of him. Then he can spot up and shoot because if he's beating them off the bounce.
Yeah, but a slasher getting to the rim as he makes the second, so he makes 1 of 2, and Beckley's lead is 2 for the game, 33-31.
And Beckley's 1 of 6 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and that's one thing that all coaches are concerned about when you don't make the free throws. Obviously, that can be the difference of winning 2 or 3 more games.
And as we can see, this game's going to be closely contested.
And there's a drive. We got a Beckley foul and a couple of free throws coming. And that'll be Crouch get to the line to shoot 2.
And I think they'll whistle that on Robinson, which they will.
We'll watch
I think
the replay.
If you look, just the action of coming down just may have created the contact.
So you're right, Robinson does get whistled for the foul. They called it on the floor. Nope, they don't. Someone's saying it's on the floor, but I thought it was in the act of shooting. Of course, I don't count. But the referees agreed with me, and the free throw is no good. Second free throw for Crouch on its way, and he makes 1 of 2. And the lead is a 1 point for Beckley, 33-32, as we're coming up on the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Clary off the dribble, into the lane, off the glass, a little strong, but that's a good move. He just couldn't finish it. And back the other way comes Nitro.
Yeah, he just didn't finish.
3 ball, good, right down the chute. And as he makes a 3, he's going to get teed up, and I can see that coming because he taunted the Beckley defender, did Crouch. He made the 3 and stared him down. So the 3 makes it 35-33. He clearly stared him down. And it'll be 2 shots plus the ball. And I guess they would rather have that happen now. Teachable moment, Eric.
But you know what I love about Coach Austin Lowe just now?
Yeah.
He looked at his players, said he didn't call a technical for no reason. Then he went to the ref and said, what did he do? And the ref said, well, he was staring him down. I told him to stop.
And he did it anyway.
And he kept doing it.
Right.
You know, that's a teachable moment. Teachable moment.
Right. Clary makes the first of 2 free throws of the technical foul to cut the lead to 1, 35-34. Clary's second free throw on its way and is good. The game's tied at 35, and Beckley now will gain possession of the ball. So, you hit a 3 on one end, then you hurt your team, does crouch by the stare down. Beckley hits 2 free throws, and if they can hit a 3 here, Eric, potentially a 5-point possession, or if they get a 3 and 1, could be a potential 4-point possession. So we're tied at 35. Burdette with it. They get the ball down low to Clark in the post. They find Robinson going to the basket, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
And that'll be on Crouch, I think. So possibly after knocking down a 3, Crouch could be responsible for 4 points the other way.
That's right.
And don't you think his coaches won't tell him that?
Like you said, these are very teachable moments as Robinson's free throw is no good. And that's one thing now, Beckley, 1 of 7 at the line.
1 of 7 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and that's no matter what level you're at, Eric, all coaches are definitely concerned with your free throw shooting.
It bugs me.
Yeah, free throw, Robinson 1 of 2. Beckley's up by 1, 36-35. 5.5 remaining third quarter. Seemed like the game's kind of bogged down from what we had in the first half.
Well, it has, because there's been 4 fouls, probably more fouls now than
what we had in the first half. We had a much more better flow to the game. Crouch, using his size, tough matchup for A.J. Thomas. And Crouch so much bigger, able to post A.J. Thomas in the paint and shoot over him, and Nitro regains the lead by 1. Robinson on a drive, and we've got the ball knocked out of bounds as Rainey will check into the Beckley lineup. So we got 2 more games to follow this, Oak Hill and Wyoming East at 3:15, and then we'll close out with Hurricane and Greenbrier East. Eric and I will have both of those. We've been here for the 2 previous games. James Monroe won the earlier one, 101-40 over Nicholas County. South Charleston beat Shady 64-49.
Kickball.
Yep, and it'll stay with Nitro. 1-point Nitro lead, 37-36. A tick under 5 minutes remaining third quarter. Lovejoy to put it in play, gets it to Hill. Shepard had a big first half. He's kind of quiet in the second half. As he gets into the lane, he must have heard him. He put up the shot, and nice hops by A.J. Thomas for the rebound. Clary puts it on the deck, into the lane, shovel pass down low to Clark. That was a great pass, and Clark's shot is blocked, and they'll call a foul.
Yeah, and I think 1 too many ball fakes from Clark.
Yeah.
First ball fake got him up, and then go up, and he was bailed out with the late whistle there.
Yeah, so Clark will get to the line to shoot a pair and try to give Beckley the lead back. But that was a nice shovel pass into the lane.
Yeah, great transition pass from A.J. Thomas to Preston. It was good, better, best. And let's see if Clark can polish off a free throw.
As he makes the first one, and that will tie the game at 37. And see if he can knock this down. That would give Beckley the lead again. And the free throw is good as Beckley will get into its bench. Gunner will check into the ball game for Beckley. And also into the lineup for Beckley will be Wines. So Beckley leads by 1, 38-37. 4.5 to go here in third quarter.
And this is a guy I think Wines is going to have to be in the rotation to give him a lift. One of the young men that came on real well for the football team, Maris.
Yep. Here's a deep 3, not close, and that deep 3 was
Thomas.
by Stevens. And like I said, Stevens had a really good first half, but not been able to pick up where he left off here in the second half.
And A.J. Thomas able not to overtalk you. And you're right, Stevens needs to get that eye. He had the hot hand, and I said that was at halftime. He had 15 points to lead all scorers.
But he's yet to score here in the second half, and we're halfway through the third quarter. Here's Robert out high. That is Wines. Clary off the curl, now over to Rainey. Rainey off the dribble into the lane. Preston Clary will dial up a 3. It's short. And back the other way comes Nitro. Lovejoy trails the play, spots up for three, and knocks it down.
Yeah, good-looking shot by Lovejoy as he knocks down his 7th point.
Rainey back the other way. His three just grazes the iron. It'll be out of bounds. He left it short. Nitro with possession and leads by 2, 40-38. So Nitro's going to take a timeout with 3:39 left in the third quarter. It's a 2-point lead. And let's see if it's going to be a full or a 30. It's a 30. So while we got a minute, tell you that the game is being brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company is built on a foundation of safety, innovation, and teamwork. Infinity continues the proud tradition of the Appalachian mining with a focus on quality and reliability. Infinity Coal Division, from the coal seam to the steel beam, that's Infinity. All right, Eric, what you got?
Bluefield just tied it up on a beautiful touchdown pass. One-handed catch in the back of the end zone. It's 21-21, 9:18 to go in the third quarter.
Of course, this would be a really big thing for Southern West Virginia, for Mercer County. If Bluefield able to win AA, Princeton able to win AAA.
Yeah, that would be big, and I'm rooting for Southern West Virginia for sure.
So we got a good one here, Nitro and Beckley. It's 40-38. And Eric, it was a 4-point Nitro lead at the end of the quarter, 19-15. Nitro led by 1 at halftime, 31-30, and been tight here. They lead 40-38 now here with 3.5 remaining here in the third quarter. We still got 2 more games to follow. Coming up next will be Wyoming East, which is a AA school, Oak Hill a 4A, and then Greenbrier East and Hurricane, and Hurricane a 4A, Greenbrier East a 3A. All right, out of the timeout, Nitro has the ball and up 2. Crouch has it. They double team the post.
Turnover.
Yep, Beckley's defense. You know, Crouch got a smaller man on him that time. You know, he was able to score on A.J. Thomas one other time.
And they brought help that time.
Help, right, but he didn't look like he recognized the help, did Crouch?
Yeah, because someone was left wide open. He threw it across the court when right in the post was someone wide open. I always throw towards the double team.
Rainey will spot up and shoot a 3. It won't go. That was a nice play as Clary was able to penetrate, find Rainey for the spot up 3. Rainey not able to knock it down. There's a Beckley foul on Rainey.
Yes, and I think that's a frustration foul because two wide open looks, and those are going to be shots that Rainey has to knock down.
And he normally makes those.
And he does. That's why, you know what, shooters shoot.
Right.
The next one will go in.
Well, you know, you got to have short memory. You can't worry about how many that you missed. You only talk about the ones you make, right?
Miss.
Miss, what's that? All right, we're under 3 minutes for the third. Here's Shepard with it. Or Stevens, I beg your pardon. Lovejoy, shaking and baking, gets to the baseline. Got a new player into the game right now, and that is Johnson. And Crouch will say, what the heck? I'll just dial up a 3 and knock it down, and I won't stare anybody down on this one. 43-38 the lead, a 5-point advantage for Nitro. Into the lane, Wines, the little short shot won't go, and Johnson skies high for Nitro to clear the rebound. Deep 3, in and out, no good. That 3 put up by Stevens, he had a good look. And here's Rainey with it.
That was smart by Lucas Rainey. It looked like Owen Gunner was open, but I think he would have thrown him into a travel.
As Rainey will draw the foul and get to the line.
Call it.
Last report, Eric, on the Big 12 championship game, Texas Tech was ahead of BYU 13-7 as they start the third quarter down there in Dallas in Jerry's World. As Rainey's free throw is good. So the lead is 43-39 for Nitro with 2:11 remaining third quarter. Second free throw for Rainey. He's not good. He makes 1 of 2, and it's out of bounds over to Nitro. And that's one of the things, if Beckley should fall short in this scrimmage, Eric, you can look at maybe a lot of things, but one of the things you can look at is the way they've shot or the way they really haven't shot from the free throw line.
Yeah, more misses than makes.
And that usually will equal an L, but here's a steal by Rainey. He'll go in and he'll lay it in. Yeah, when you get to the free throw line, you got to make the best of your opportunities, and that's why they call them free throws, right?
Yes, sir. Got to capitalize on the freebies. Mismatch big time here in the post.
Johnson, he'll dial up a 3. The old set shot, and he banked it in. How about that? That's what you call living well, right, Eric?
That's right.
Because you and I both thought when it left his hand that wasn't going in, and it does. Rainey spots up, will shoot a three. It's a little strong. Battle for the rebound. It's loose. Good hustle. Beckley has it. Clary splits the defenders into the lane, finds Rainey, puts it on the deck. Little floater, left it short. Beckley doing a good job on the boards. It's tipped around, and Nitro will have it. Nitro with the ball up 5, coming up on the final minute of the third quarter. That was a pretty good sequence there by both teams.
Yeah, it was. Good hustle. And Nitro, they've knocked down 4 threes in this quarter.
And that's one thing in today's basketball at any level. You got to be able to make some threes. You don't have to keep shooting them, but you got to be able to make them.
9 threes on the game.
Yeah. Nitro running clock here in the final 40 seconds of the third. Crouch off the dribble. Into the lane, packs the basket and draws the foul. You know, for a bigger guy, that was a pretty good play, pretty good athletic play to kind of zig and zag and weave through all that traffic and get to the rim as we watch the replay.
Yeah, and then right there you had Owen Gunner pull it out way too far from the bucket, and I think they're going to sub in for him here.
Yeah, because
36 seconds to go.
He's going to have to defend in the post.
Yes.
It's going to be hard for him out in space to defend a quicker guy, even if it's a smaller guy, a quicker guy, when he's got to defend out in space like that.
Yeah, and right there, it's either he's got to lay off, make the guy shoot over me.
So I don't know what we got going on here now. I guess Nitro just not putting anybody on the foul line, and I don't know. Crouchy got hit in the nose. Maybe he's okay. So Crouch will shoot a pair. And the first free throw is good. That takes the lead to 47-41 Nitro. As Clark checks in, Burdett checks back in. Crouch is ready. Second free throw on its way and is good. He got them both.
Good soft touch. 3 of 4 from the line from Crouch.
And the lead's 48-41 for Nitro. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Nitro back in his zone. Beckley working around trying to find maybe a spot in the zone. Rainey will shoot over the zone. It won't go. Long rebound tipped around. Rainey picks it up, gets right to the rim, and lays it up and in. That was a nice play by Rainey. After he missed the original three, the ball was tipped right to him and able to attack the rim and finish.
Yeah, he stuck with it. And
tough shot, no good. Offensive rebound, got a Beckley foul. As Stevens had a hard time after having the ball go in the basket for him in the first half.
Yes.
It hasn't gone for him here in the second half, but he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
Foul was on Gage Burdett on the hack. And this will, as you said, 15 points for him at half. This would be his first chance to get
into the books for this, and he misses the free throw. So it's 48-43 is the overall score. As Nitro's outscored Beckley by 4 here in this third quarter. Second free throw's good. It's 49-43, and that will be the end of the third quarter as it's a shot put up almost made by Burdett. And at the end of 3, it's Nitro 49 and Beckley 43. We'll take a break, come back for the fourth quarter. Up next here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And we welcome you back to Shady High School as we're headed for the fourth quarter. And Nitro's in front 49-43. As you can see on our screen, it's 0-0, and that's how they do it here, Eric. They start each quarter tied. But Nitro led 19-15 at the end of the first quarter, 31-30 at the break, and they lead now 49-43 as Beckley will have the first possession to start the fourth quarter. Nitro back in a zone. Here's Rainey with it. And find Clary. And now here's where you're going to see if Beckley can be able to knock down some perimeter shots. And Rainey thought there for a minute was going to step into that three, but now Burdett will step into the three. He left it short. And here comes Nitro with the ball and up 49-43. Ty Stevens with it. Like I said, he had a really good first half, but he has not been able to put the ball in the basket here in the second half. Nice spin move, put the shot up. It doesn't go, but Crouch will draw the foul, and he'll get to the line.
Yeah, A.J. Thomas whistled on the hold on the spin. That will be his third.
Well, like you said, that if there's a foul being committed, normally A.J. Thomas is close by, right?
That's right. Hey, don't give up anything easy, though. Make them earn it at the free throw line.
And Crouch's free throw is good. And that's been one difference. Nitro has shot it better. I don't know. You have the numbers right there, but I know Beckley has not shot free throws well here today. And Crouch makes them both. So it's an 8-point advantage. Equals the largest lead of the game right here. Nitro leading 51-43.
Yeah, Nitro's 5 of 9 from the free throw line.
And Beckley almost turned it over there. Clary will dial it up from distance, and that's short. Yep. And Beckley, it looks like this zone has pushed Beckley's offense further out, Eric.
Got to attack.
And you don't have anybody right now. Yeah, for Beckley, right, attacking it that can get to the rim. That's short. That's an air ball. Battle for the rebound. Beckley comes out of there with it with Clark. Here's Burdett. Rainey steps up. 3 ball on its way. That won't go. Battle for the rebound. Nice rebound by Beckley.
Yeah, Kingston Clark climbed the ladder and really got it. But here's where you got to start beating off the dribble.
Yeah. Rainey spot up 3. That won't go. Battle for the rebound. Nitro has it, and now it's a foul. And you look, Beckley's missed their last 4 3 attempts. And right now, through the end of the third, into the fourth quarter, Eric, Beckley has become a perimeter team.
Again, like the first quarter.
Yes. Nitro is currently on an 8-0 run going back to the third quarter as Robinson checks in for Beckley, and Hill back in for Nitro. So 6:20 left, fourth quarter. Nitro with the ball, and they lead by 8 at 51-43. Hill off the screen. Here's Lovejoy on the baseline. They cut him off. Nice deflection, nice play by Rainey. Thomas has it, gets the ball, Clark, and he'll draw the foul. So Kingston Clark will draw the foul, and will he get to the line? He shall. Or will he? Is he in the act of shooting? No, I don't think he was. Yeah, I didn't think he was. I saw the referee put up 2 fingers thinking maybe it was 2. Here's Robinson. He'll dial it up for 3, and it won't go. And right now, Beckley's gone ice cold from behind the arc.
Yeah, no threes in the second half. And about 6 open looks.
They get the ball down low. Nice passing inside, and they score. And
Raines, Justin Raines.
Raines able to score 10-point lead, biggest of the night, as Rainey will draw the foul. So it's 53-43 Nitro with 5:38 left here in the fourth quarter. And Rainey, I beg your pardon, Raines made that last bucket. Lucas Rainey at the free throw line. He will shoot 2 for Beckley.
And he's 1 of 2 on the afternoon.
And Rainey's free throw is good. So it's 53-44. Next game will be Wyoming East against Oak Hill. Second free throw by Rainey. Got them both. And it's 53-45 and a timeout, a 30-second timeout. So while we got a minute, I want to tell you a little bit about one of our sponsors, which is Edward Jones, a financial advisor. And Edward Jones has multiple financial advisors in Beckley. And, of course, Heather Cantley, one of those financial advisors, along with Ben Worley, Tracy Houck, and Brooke Dempsey. Sorry, I had to look for it because it is a preseason. We will have the cue cards ready We will have them ready for next season, but I had to find it on my phone. I want to make sure I got all the names correct. Once again, Heather Cantley, Ben Worley, Tracy Howe, Brooke Dempsey, and they do a great job at Edward Jones. They help me plan for my financial retirement, and they can help you as well. All right, out of the timeout with 5:38 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's an 8-point advantage for Nitro at 53-45. Crouch has it at the head of the lane. Here's Heel. He'll shoot a three. It's short. Clark will get the rebound, and we got a foul. And I think it's going to be a Beckley foul. They'll get Burdett with the foul. And it'll stay with Nitro. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Good hustle by A.J. Thomas to knock the ball out of Hill's hands. Lovejoy with it now for Nitro. 17-footer straight away and comes up short of Stevens. And like I said, he just not has had his shot here in the second half. Burdett all the way to the rim, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
And I like that finally attacking. That's what stagnant between, the third quarter and the beginning of this fourth quarter, relying too much on that three. So that's what happens when you make your first five or six, you fall in love with it.
And then you start missing them, and then, like I said, it doesn't have much flow offensively.
You need to divorce that shot once you start missing it.
As the free throw is good by Burdett. Nitro leads 53-46. Burdett's got another one coming. There's Beckley getting ready to put Clary back into the ball game. The second free throw is no good, but an offensive rebound momentarily.
Almost.
And it's out of bounds. So Burdett will check out, and Clark will check out, and Thomas will check in. Teron Thomas will check in. So there's two Thomases on the floor for Beckley, an A.J. Thomas who wears number 4 and a Teron Thomas who wears number 3. Beckley presses. Nitro breaks the pressure. They get to the rim. Shot is short. Hill with the putback up and in. 55-46, the Nitro lead. Robinson for 3. That's a little strong. But an offensive
Clark
rebound.
He's a rebound machine.
Yes, and one. And, Beckley getting the three-point play maybe, Eric, the old-fashioned way, because Beckley has struggled from behind the arc, especially in the second half.
And he climbed the ladder and finished.
So that cuts the lead to 55-48. Bluefield threatening, and actually I say threatening, just took the lead. As they're in the fourth quarter of that AA championship game, or almost at the end of the third quarter. The free throw is good. So it's 55-49 in favor of Nitro, 4.5 remaining.
And it looks like Beckley's going to try to create some tempo here.
Yeah, they're extending their pressure. Stevens on a drive into the lane. Puts a shot up, won't go. Rebound Beckley. Here comes A.J. Thomas. Beckley on the move. Nothing there, so A.J. Thomas will back it back out. And here's a steal by Nitro. 2-on-1. Left hand, good, and a foul. As Nitro able to turn him over, and Crouch gets the hoop and the harm.
And the double whammy as Teron Thomas turns it over on one end, and then the big no-no as he fouls in the act of shooting and lets an easy score and chance for a three-point finish for Crouch.
Look, if you're going to foul, you can't let him make the basket.
Cannot.
And if you're going to make the basket, you need not to foul him. And as I'm watching Wyoming East get ready, I don't even see numbers on their uniforms. That'll be fun, won't it, Eric? 58-49 is the Nitro lead. And we can say that Smith to Jones, right? Thomas to Lowry, right? Because hopefully they'll have numbers on the back, but I'm looking at their uniforms.
Turnover.
They just got a big WE on the front of it, and they don't have numbers that I can see. As here's Nitro with it, 3.5 remaining. And what do we got? We got an offensive foul on Nitro.
Yeah, a little charge action right there.
And thank goodness they do have numbers on the back. So that's still kind of hard when you don't have numbers on the front, right?
It is. It is.
People sometimes don't have maybe really any idea of sometimes what we go through of when it comes to numbers, or make sure we got it correct. Or I know it's a scrimmage. Like in that earlier game, we had 2 kids with the same number out there, and then they didn't tell. Then nobody said anything until after the game started that they were making these number changes and et cetera. And I know these are practice uniforms, and that's why everybody's not obviously in full gear here. All right, enough of that, right?
No, I agree with your rant.
I know people don't want to hear me say that. As Clary will dial up a 3 and hit one, and Beckley finally knocks down a 3 ball. 58-52 is the lead for Nitro. Beckley is showing the full court pressure. Coming up on the 3-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. Crouch breaks the pressure. Gets it in the front court. We got a whistle, and what do we got, a timeout or a foul? We got a foul on Beckley. So both teams are over the limit, Eric, so we'll shoot free throws the rest of the way as we're just a tick under 3 minutes remaining here of a 6-point lead for Nitro, 58-52, and Crouch will get to the line. So far they've played even in this quarter, 9-9. It was a 6-point lead at the end of 3, and the free throw by Crouch is good.
Crouch is money at the free throw line in the second half as he's
and he's played well for Nitro here this afternoon.
Yes, and it's a tale of two halves. Stevens led the way in the first half with 15, yet to score a point, and Crouch has
picked it up in the second half. So it's an 8-point lead, 60-52 for Nitro, and final 2:50 here of the fourth quarter. Nitro back in that zone. Rainey will dial it up from deep, and that's not close. And that's really the thing right now, Eric, that I've seen. If there's one thing is Clary will get it. He'll shoot the 3, needs a roll, won't get it. Is maybe you can zone Beckley and force Beckley for a 3 as an errant pass. Nitro throws it away. Robinson for 3. It's not there. So right there in just a little short span, Eric, they missed 3 straight 3 balls.
Yes, wide open looks too.
2:15 for the game. Nitro with the ball and up 8. Down the lane, Lovejoy goes for the dunk. A lot of contact, no whistle, play on. Back the other way is Beckley. Clary lays it up and in, and Beckley wants a timeout. So it's 60-54 with 2:05 remaining here in regulation, and we got a 30-second timeout. So while we got a minute, Eric, what's the situation in the football game that Bluefield's ahead in?
Someone's down on the sideline. Can't see.
Someone being looked like a spectator, or not a spectator, but maybe someone who takes pictures or something. But Bluefield's ahead 28-21.
43 seconds to go in the third quarter. 1st and goal for Frankfort.
When play resumes. All right. Also, while we got a minute, I'll tell you that the action here is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. And you're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent, located at Market Road in Beckley. You can dial up Lori at 304-252-8646. Out of the timeout with 2:05 left here in the fourth quarter. It's a 60-54 Nitro lead. And Nitro will have possession of the ball. Coming up next will be Wyoming East. They will take on the Red Devils of Oak Hill. Of course, Oak Hill, a 4A school from Fayette County. Wyoming East, a AA school. And here's Nitro with it, and there's a Beckley foul. And they'll get Clary with the foul. So now, Eric, like I said, both teams are over the limit. Every foul sends the other team to the free throw line.
It does, and this last 2 minutes is going to take a while.
Yeah, because, we don't want to turn into a free throw shooting contest, but that might be the case here over the next 2:01. And free throw's not there. And I'll tell you, young man, Stevens, who played so good in the first half, he can't get it to go in the basket.
We're going to do the reverse jinx. He's 0 for 3 from the line.
And he finally makes one. 7-point lead for Nitro, 61-54, under 2 minutes for the game. You got 2 Thomases on the floor for Beckley.
Yeah, but they have to go now. They have to really.
Yeah, I think this zone's giving them Beckley some problems. And Beckley turns it over.
Julian. Hey, be smart right
So if you're Beckley, if you foul, you put them at the line. Both teams over the limit. And Hill's got it now. Minute and a half remaining. And Nitro's coach yelling, try to score, not just hold the ball, but just go ahead. It is a scrimmage. You're going to coach it a little different than you would a regular season game. Coming up on the final minute. Nitro just playing keep away. Now Hill will shoot a little short shot in the lane and score. If you're Nitro, Eric, you got to like that. You ran off clock and you got the bucket, and you got a 63-54 lead in the final minute, 50 seconds left.
And Hill able to get into double figures with 10.
Burdett's three doesn't go, and I'm anxious. I know we don't have that in this game tonight, but anxious to see what Beckley's been from the three-point range, because they have not made a lot of them here in the second half. They made maybe one second half, right?
Yeah, they've been awful. That's what they've been.
Awful.
Yeah,
like the time when
Preston Clary with 1-3 in the second half.
That's all they've had. And I'd say they've taken at least 10, wouldn't you say?
Easy.
At least 10. At least I think that's a fair guess of 1 for 10. We don't have availability for the stats here for preseason. We'll have that in the regular season, as the free throw is no good. And at the line, Lovejoy. Robinson, Rainey back in. Clark checks back in for Beckley. It was 19-15 Nitro at the end of the quarter, 31-30 at the break, 49-43 at the end of three, and it's 63-54 now Nitro with 36 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the free throw is good. This equals the largest lead of the game at 10 points, 64-54. Here's Robinson with it. Rainey on the drive, gets to the rim with the left hand, scores. And Beckley will call a timeout, a full timeout. We'll take it with them, be right back here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
.27 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter, and Nitro with the ball and leading 64-56 as Lovejoy will put the ball in play. And if you're Beckley, you try to get a steal, Eric. If not, you got to commit a foul. Both teams are over the limit in fouls. They get the ball in. They get the ball across the midcourt stripe, and now just going to run clock here in the final 20 seconds, and Clary will commit the foul. So Ty Stevens will get to the line to shoot two with 16.9 left here in the game. 64-56 is the lead for Nitro.
And Stevens 1 for 4, on the evening.
So it'll be Wyoming East and Oak Hill. We'll have a quick wrap-up of this one, and then as Stevens leaves the first free throw short.
As good as he played in the first half, it's a tale of two halves for him, man.
He has not had a good second half. Second free throw, he gets one of two. That takes the lead to 65-56. Final 13 seconds of this one. So Becky's got a little time to work out some of their kinks, Eric. They don't open up till the 16th. They'll take on Greenbrier East. Rainey will dial up a three, and it's blocked. So I'd say in this second half alone is probably 1 of 11 that Beckley went from three-point range. But the final score, Nitro wins it 65-56. We'll take a quick break. We'll recap this one and then get you ready for the next one, which will be Wyoming East and Oak Hill, coming up next here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi,
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They've tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Levy, where they are right.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, just getting the starters for the next game, Wyoming East. And Eric, real quickly, we'll wrap up the game we just had as Nitro was able to beat Beckley 65-56. And I don't know if it's a coincidence, but the bench that's basically right here on our lap, or we're in their lap, they've won all 3 games thus far. And you have some numbers, and you have the take of Nitro's win over Beckley.
Yeah, Nitro, very good team. AAA runner-up, going to challenge for a title this year with that group of young men. And Beckley still trying to find some identity, needs some post presence, and a lot to work with. Athletic, I think they'll get better as the year goes on. But leading the way for Nitro, out of 65 points, they had 3 guys in double figures. Ty Stevens, did work in the first half. Had 15 in the first half, finished with 17 total points. Colin Crouch, Maris, had 6 points in the first half, finishes with 24 points as he did work in the third and fourth quarter. And rounding out the double-figure scorers, Julian Hill with 10. For Beckley, they were led by Preston Clary, and he has 17, and you would think that was a quiet 17.
Yes.
I think he needs to be a little more aggressive and assertive early on in the contest. Leads the way with 17. Lucas Rainey, the other senior with 15, and A.J. Thomas with 8 points for Beckley.
All right, that'll do it, and we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. We'll get you ready for Wyoming East and Oak Hill, and that'll be up next here on Video Productions. Brock Johnson really closed on him quickly.
Yeah, and that didn't Brock Johnson got a piece of as Conley.
Well,
nice drive.
High off the glass and in for Conley. Back the other way, Davison attacks the basket, draws the foul, and he'll get to the line. You got to like the way Davison, Eric, a burst of speed right to the rim to draw the foul.
He has that extra gear, and he's really putting the pressure on the Oak Hill defense, man-to-man defense.
They called that on the floor. I thought he was definitely in the act of shooting, but that shows why we don't count. And Wyoming East will inbound under their own basket. But that's 4 team fouls on Oak Hill already here in the first quarter. 3:03 left in it. Johnston, he knows this gym well. He played here for Shady. Davison thought about the 3. Will penetrate, finds Mascari. He'll dial it up. Short, but another offensive rebound. Johnson goes up strong. Won't go. The tip won't go. The ball's loose, and Oak Hill comes out of there with it.